All right. I was going to wait another 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. I was like, why? Why? We just get some stuff done now. Wow is right. How is the how does the how's my sound? Because I realized that it automatically every time I go on, it clicks it to basically the laptop instead of the Yeti. So I went in and I thought I changed it, and I'm glad I looked again. The last time I was on was good. Good. All right. So I'm back to the. I just got to remember to go in every time and change it, which is a pain in the buttocks. Got a notification. You were just like on it. You were just like sitting there with the phone, just sitting there staring at it, and all of a sudden, boom, notification, boom, you hit it. Or literally like a minute and 8 seconds into this, and I've already spent a minute and 19 seconds talking to you. So that's pretty good. It was almost like that. Nice. I had a nice I had a nice presentation yesterday at the Clay County Writers Group. Me and Claudia, Pantsers and Plotters, and then the group leader Lou took me and Amanda Ward, who came to support me, took us out to lunch. I just got done with all my pepper junk and just opened the phone and boom, there you are. Got to get through with your pepper junk. Did you kick her ass? I don't know if you could say she had slides and a whole show, and then I just basically stood up there and just told some stories, made people laugh. I also said "fuck" twice, and one old woman was she gasped at one point. She put her hand over her mouth. Like, honey, if you're around me for more than 20 minutes, you're gonna hear that word. But it was a fun time. Yeah, like a bonus to get some old lady to gasp. How often do you get that chance in life? So how was yesterday? How was Collingswood? I saw some pictures from various people. It seemed like it was relatively busy. It was an odd year. Odd, like you got not a lot of people, a different crowd, different vibe. You sold way too many books. You sold not enough books. Lots of questions. We sold 28 books amongst the three of us, which is great for anywhere except Collingswood. Yeah, that's very low for Collingswood. Very, very low for Collingswood. Especially when you got three. If you said, "Hey, I sold 28 books myself," I only sold 6 compared to 16 last year. Yeah. Who was the big winner when he gets Timmy? I can't imagine JC had many sales since every one of his books is 10 years old at this point, and everybody already has them. The crowd was there, maybe a slight thinner, but not much. There was a significant uptick on a certain demographic, but they were buy from us. They wouldn't buy from you, I would imagine, is what you want to say. Yeah, I don't know. Every event is so iffy. I'm doing an event on the 19th. I'm doing a acoustic punk rock show, Sunday matinee. Basically, he's like, hey, you want to come and set up a table and sell some books? I'm like, yeah, why not? I'm going to take all of my horror books I have, literally all of them, put them in a couple of crates, 7 or 9 crates, 15, 37 crates, $5 each. Boom, just take them. I think there's less disposable income to go around. Plus, we had carnival barking book pushers on either side of us that I think were pushing people away. Sold 4 of the new Beers and Fears. Well, that's cool. That's good. Yeah, I hate the carnival barkers. Stop annoying people. Just fucking stand there and sell some books. Come on. Forgot I'm writing this story. I don't know if you ever get this, but I got to change. I'm writing it. I wrote some Friday, and then I started writing the next part, and I said father. He calls him his father, but then I realized no, it's daddy. Throughout the first 1,200 words, that one always trips me up. I always wonder. At the beginning, I'm always like, do I call him daddy? Do I call him daddy, which is Southern? Do I call him father? Do I call him pops? Do I call him Big Jimmy? You know what I'm saying? So we're having daddy issues, yeah, or father issues, or pops issues, or Big Jimmy issues. Ugh. Best solution to the problem: become a stripper. Yep, become a stripper with daddy issues who is going to nursing school, and she's gonna pay for it herself because of the daddy issues. I watched no baseball yesterday. It was funny. Last night we took my daughter. Caitlin turned 25 today, actually 25, but they were going to haunted Halloween haunted and whatever the hell in Orlando. Her and her boyfriend and a bunch of people. So we took her and our boyfriend to the Chop House 13, which is the fancy place. That's where we took her last year for her 24th birthday. She wanted to go back. We go. Delicious. Drop some big freaking money on that dinner. But the guy, there's a bunch of people next to me, and the guy is giving the scores, to all the various games, which is good. So then I was like, you know what? Now I don't have to look at my phone because this guy I can hear him giving the scores, which is nice. So he's throwing scores to his buddies. And then I guess his wife or somebody was like, basically put your phone away. And I was like, you know what? Pull my phone out. But then I guess I was nice. I was like, oh, Yankees lost 10-1, whatever it was. Oh, the Dodgers came back. I did that. And I could see we had that moment, me and this guy kind of corner. We had this moment like, I see you and I'm helping you. You need to divorce her. There was a lot of women there, and it's a fancy place. It's basically, it came to like $100 a person without a tip. But there were women in there dressed like, there was a woman, I like big women, but she was she looked like a snowman. Just round and then round and then round. Wearing like brass colored dress that was so freaking super tight. I was like, you can barely move in that thing. And then we had another couple. Let me ask you a question, Frank. When you and your wife go out to dinner, just the two of you, do you sit on the same side of the table? Because that annoys me. When people do that, that drives me nuts. Why are you sitting on the same time? Sit across from each other so you can talk. This couple comes in, sits down, same side. She had very large fake boobs. And she's wearing like a little cocktail dress. And he was just looking at the menu. And literally the whole time, she's taking selfies. Duck face, duck face, duck face. On and on. And then she's like taking pictures with him. You can see he's annoyed. And he's just like, did you even look at the menu? She hadn't. She's like literally the first 10 minutes they were there, all she's doing is just taking pictures. You got to sit across, right? That's just weird. It's just weird. We were in a restaurant several months ago, maybe 2. That's several. And literally there was like, I don't know, maybe like 10 couples in the place, including us. And like 6 out of 10 were sitting next to each other. And like, unless you're waiting for somebody else to show up, you don't sit next to somebody. Next to you by yourself. It's just weird. It's just like, how do you have a conversation? You're constantly turning. Put the person you supposedly like this person enough. You want to see them. Put them in front of you. It was annoying. Yeah, probably lizard people. Lots of lizard people, especially down here. Lots of lizard people. You do anything exciting today, or this is the highlight? What the hell was that? You're probably looking at it. Well, you know what? I'm glad to be your highlight. I mean, your life is really sad if this is your highlight, but you know what I'm saying. Charge my phone. This is literally the highlight of my day. Just being honest with you. As long as nobody else comes into the chat, you will be the number one top fan. But as soon as anybody else even just pops and says hi and then leaves, you go to number 2 or number 3. Feeling cute, might go to Aldi later. Woo! And look for some random things. Accurate. Random items that you're like, oh my God, I love this. This is freaking delicious. And then like 2 weeks from now, when you go back to Aldi's, that item just doesn't exist. It's not in there. It's not anywhere in the store. None of the people working there have any idea what the hell you're even talking about. There's nothing even close to that anymore. And for the rest of your life, Aldi's will never, ever have that again. That's why I think the best way to shop at Aldi's is to go today, buy a bunch of random stuff, eat all of it tonight, and then make a list. Go, you know what? These 2 things are delicious. And then immediately leave and go tomorrow morning on your way to work and then buy every one of that they have and then freeze it. Even if it's soda. I never expect it. I'm never disappointed. Yeah. The problem is that one time there was like some shrimp thing that was just, I mean, my God, it was delicious. And then they never had it again. The stuff that goes away is very seasonal. Not here. The stuff is here like, it's just so random. Like, oh, okay, so I really like this sharp cheddar block that they do because it's like a huge block. And I could eat like cheese and crackers for like a month off of this thing. But then it's never back. That specific one is never back. None of their frozen stuff is like ever. Like, why are you even putting signs up on this stuff? By the time it sells out, it'll usually be back a year later. I've never found those. They do have special buys and one-offs. Yeah, I mean, you could try to justify all you want, buddy. I'm saying they get like a bunch of. They're like, you know what? We got 300 stores. Let's buy 300 cases of this shrimp product. Everybody gets a case. We will never be able to reorder it. Enjoy. I guess it's the excitement, it's the fun of what will they have next. Whereas if you go to like Publix or ShopRite or something, if you go to Pathmark, oh, I just got to go to aisle 7, and that's where the Cheez-It is going to be, that kind of thing. That's obviously not what I'm going there to buy. Yeah. We get most of our bread, meat, dairy there. Nice. They do have good prices. Frozen veggies. Yeah, I always, I always need frozen. I'm like, vegetables, I don't want to, because it has a shelf life. I'm like, don't ever buy me mushrooms in a can. Buy me onions, green peppers, red peppers. Buy those frozen. I want everything frozen. Like the Baddicks. That you spelled something there wrong. Maybe like the Babies, the band The Babies with John Waite when he sang with them. The Basics, maybe? The Basics? Yeah. You get your eggs there. We're very lucky. We have a really good meat market. that's between here and her mother's house. And the prices are cheap. The meat is fresh and great. So I should like literally go in there and should spend like $400 on. Like I want to buy like 31-pound meats, kind of thing. Now, if she's driving to Atlanta and she's driving back, we go to a place that is really, really good on the way home on 75, and we'll get meat from them, but we'll get like the $500 giant cooler of meat kind of thing, all kinds of good stuff. We usually buy the giant egg thing from Costco or wherever. Nice. We normally now, since COVID, my wife realizes, you know what, I can just order from Walmart and just have it delivered. And it doesn't cost me any more money. It's free delivery because I get all my meds and everything else from Walmart. So why leave the house? So a lot of times I'll make my list. I have my list of items I want you to buy, literally like every time. Sausage, I got to have sausage, those Hillshire Farms. Got to have cinnamon raisin bagels. Pizza, I like the Walmart pizza. The giant Walmart pizza, that's pretty good. Not bad at all. Again, there's no real good pizza down here. Ginger ale, I do love me some ginger ale. Boneless wings, usually she knows the honey barbecue. Cheese sticks, I got a giant box of mozzarella sticks. It's like the 80 count. I haven't knocked that off. Cheese steak, I got 4 giant boxes of steakums. I love me some steakums. Lemon water is really the only thing I drink. And meat sticks. I love me some meat sticks. Little snack, 3-4 meat sticks between meals. So that's my running list. And then other stuff happens. Usually I don't have to get coffee because I have 40,000 K-cups right now. Which is ridiculous. It's great. I ordered more today. I'm like, I'm going through my Amazon stuff, and they pop, they get you. They're like, hey, here's a new coffee, and it's 50% off if you buy the 80 count box just today. Yeah, meat sticks. Fucking delicious. So now when she goes to that place in Georgia on the way home, they do like all kinds of different flavored, like teriyaki meat sticks, honey barbecue meat sticks, something else. We get meat sticks, Jacqueline's. Yeah, those are the ones that you normally will get from Walmart. But if she goes, the meat sticks from that meat market, Carol's Meat Market, they're like this long, each of them. Yeah, they're homemade meat sticks. They're just fucking delicious. So she'll go there and she'll go there and she'll get pounds of meat, which is really good, and then she'll get me like skewers, meat and veggie skewers to eat, and she'll get me those meat sticks, like pounds of that meat sticks. And all kinds of good sausage. I do love me some sausage. Obviously mild sausage. When her dad was alive, anytime she went, he would always ask her to get her like the super hot sausage links. But I was not gonna eat that. His taste buds were so burnt out. We would go out to dinner and he would open up the top of the pepper if he could, and he would just sprinkle it on. Yeah. You and him would have eaten, hung out and eaten a lot of stuff together that I was like, oh. We would go to a buffet up in Georgia when we first started dating, and we went with his dad, and they had fried shrimp. And he would eat them with the tail. He would eat the tail and everything, just crunching through. And I'm like, why are you eating the tail? And he's like, it's not bad for you. And I'm thinking, yeah, it is. Sharp edges in those tails. I just made a batch of ghost pepper gummies. So does anybody else in your house eat the hot? Do your kids, does your wife, does any of them eat the hot stuff? It is gross, right? I was like, well, stop eating the tails on that. Like, what do you do with a crawfish? Bite the head off and chew on it? What do you do with an octopus? Eat the tentacles? Oh, wait, I think they do eat the tentacles. I have to imagine you making that. Jenna will give my nutty hot peppers a rip. I have to imagine that your house smells like that heat, right? When you're making something like that. My Aunt Ro made one year for I don't know if it was Christmas or something, whatever. When I was still living, I was a kid. I was, a teenager, and we did the whole family Christmas or something. And she made two big giant pots of sausage, and we did like sausage sandwiches. I think it was like a Christmas Day or something. And so, Ro, which pot is the mild and which pot is the hot? And she said, "Oh, I don't know." We're like, "Oh, somebody's like, well, somebody will eat who likes the hot. My dad will." And what she had done is she had bought like, I don't know, like 10 pounds of each. And instead of putting the hot in one and the mild in the other, she just mixed them. And I'm like, now they're all hot. I remember as a kid thinking, I can't have any of the sausage because now my mouth, and it was like everybody was complaining, like, why would you do that? Like, now it's just all hot. And he's like, no, there's mild in there. I'm like, baked or cooked in with all the hot sausage. So all that shit leaks and gets into the other. You just ruined all of it. My dad and my Uncle Armand loved it because they liked the hot sausages. You would have eaten with my dad would have sat down and eaten all that crap, man. He put hot sauce on fucking everything. Isabel will try them if they aren't bonkers, and Joy doesn't like much more than cayenne heat. So you're really making it for you. Let the kids sample a little bit. It's good. When the zombie apocalypse happens, at least you know how to make, you know how to grow peppers, so you'll survive. I want to go for, I've been trying to go to this fucking Big Al's cheesesteak for like a week, but my wife's aunt has been in the hospital for a couple of days. She's at the hospital with her now. And then my wife gets on she gets in a car tomorrow to go to Atlanta for 2 days. So maybe on the way back, she'll stop at Carol's and get me some friggin' delicious meat sticks. But, so I'm like, I just want to go to Big Al's and get a cheesesteak. I have a ridiculous amount of heat. Yeah. Yeah, eventually you're just going to blow your butthole out. And then you'll be like, well, I just eat stuff and it just falls right out of me. But they have everybody's saying it's a 20-inch cheesesteak, which, I get it. New Jersey, you're like, big deal. They're all 20 inches here. But here, a cheesesteak is like a 6-inch. Like, that's a cheesesteak. But here it's a goodly size. And somebody was complaining, they're like, oh, these are like $30. And I'm like, it's like 2 cheesesteaks down here. Yeah, I know you do. I know I've seen it. That's a big cheesesteak you have. Delicious too. So I'm like, I want to go and try it. Here's the problem. I'm like, I could eat a whole one. I shouldn't though. I'm trying to lose weight. I shouldn't. And my wife's like, I can't eat one of those. Like, I'll have to get something else. Because there's no half. They don't make a 10-inch half. You get a cheesesteak. But we can't share one because she doesn't like she doesn't like, I don't know why I just said lettuce. She doesn't like lettuce also, but onions, peppers. She doesn't like onions and peppers. Like, you gotta, mushrooms. Like, you gotta get that stuff on a cheesesteak. The hell's wrong with you? I left it sitting out all night, so it's only like 18 and a quarter at the moment. Yeah, sometimes you just got to put that thing away at night. But I'm like looking forward to it. Now I have like 4 giant boxes of steakums in the house. And I'm thinking, obviously, unless a miracle happens and she can get her her aunt out of the hospital early enough and get her home and settled, and then she doesn't have to go to her mom's today, I'm going to say, let's go get a fucking cheesesteak at Big Al's. Toss it in the steamer. Big Al's. But if not, then I know my wife's going to out here. Out here. I see where you're going with that. But I'm like, I don't know. So I guess tonight, if my wife's gonna go to her mother's, I'll make my own cheesesteaks. You know what I'm saying? My own ones. Yeah, like Mama used to make. Exactly. I think I'm down to like three cans of mushroom now, so I'm gonna have to order some mushroom. Let me put that on my list. Let me put that on my list right now. Cans mushrooms, because you need that. She bought me like from like Sam's Club or Costco or whatever. They had like a green pepper, red pepper, onions combo. What was cool is each one was in a giant plastic bag, so all three of them were in the box. So I've just been like, you got to crinkle it up to separate them, dump them in the skillet. Yeah, quintessential is right. So there you go. Next page. I'll probably watch some football today. Root against the Jaguars. Root for the freaking Raiders. Watch some baseball. I think it's 4 o'clock and an 8 o'clock game today. Busy day. Cheesesteak. Dodgers won. Dodgers came back and won. Phillies were up 3-0, and the Dodgers came back and won. I was like, man, if nobody beat, I'm like, the Phillies got to beat the Dodgers. If the Phillies can win, then it's open. Anybody theoretically could win. I just feel like if the Dodgers beat the Phillies, it's gonna be very tough to beat them. We were watching it after the festival. I'm sure you guys were close enough to Philly. Everybody was rooting for Philly, and everybody was very excited. It was maggots with filthies. Exactly. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Blue Jays. Just for the fact. And I'm rooting for the Tigers. Although I do, you know what? I do also think the Mariners. I think that whoever wins Tigers and Mariners, ultimately, I hope they get to the World Series. Now, on the other side, I'm hoping for the Phillies. I don't like the Cubs because they've already won it and enough already. You know what I'm saying? Let me look and see what time these games are. Enough with the Cubs. You did it. We all loved you. Now you're just stop. So today is 4:08. 4:08. Yankees at Blue Jays. 8:03. Tigers at Seattle. Tomorrow, 6:08. Dodgers at Phillies, and 9:08. Cubs at Brewers. I hope the Brewers win. And then I hope it's Brewers Phillies, and I hope the Brewers get in because the Phillies have been in too many times. And then I would really like to see Seattle and Milwaukee. Two teams that haven't really done much. Those are my predictions. Those are our predictions from the heart. What are your brain's predictions? Worst case scenario, Yankees, Dodgers. Now, I don't think the Yankees can beat the Dodgers, but I don't want to see that again. We've been there. We've done that. I need the Yankees eliminated. That way, any team that wins, I'm happy with. The Dodgers, probably the bottom of that list, but I wouldn't be upset because it's fate. I hate three teams. St. Louis Cardinals, and I don't even know why. I don't even remember. I hate the Cardinals. I hate the Astros. Absolutely hate the Astros, but I hate the Yankees more than anything in this world. Yeah, Ozzy, exactly. I don't even know what that where that came from. Realize. Whenever I type realize, I always spell it wrong. Ozzy, the Wizards as far as the Cardinals. Yeah. I liked Ozzy Smith. I don't know why. I just don't like the Cardinals. And that's like from a very young age, too. That's not like. I mean, they kicked the crap out of him in that World Series after they, beat the Yankees. But I don't know why. I don't know why I dislike him. I just do. I always root against them. Astros, I know why. They're arrogant. They're cheaters. I mean, so are the Red Sox. But, they're cheaters on the other side. They're not cheaters helping me. And I don't like any of their players. I think all their players are assholes. And then why I don't like the Yankees, obviously. That one's an obvious. Is it because the Cardinals is a stupid mascot? That could be it. That could be it. I don't know why. There was just at a point in my life where I just hated the Cardinals. And it could be something as simple as somebody I hated like the Cardinals or something like that. Literally could be that easy. Like, I guess really I should hate the Phillies because my first ex-wife was a huge Phillies fan. She was a Darren Dalton fan. Remember Darren Dalton? Huge fan of his. And her father had season tickets to the Phillies. So back in the 90s, when I was with her, I would go to a lot of games with her dad, see the Phillies. And then 93, me and my dad went and saw the Phillies Blue Jays. One of the World Series game, which was the highest scored World Series game of all time. I don't know if that record still stands, but that was a good one. Bull Durham or whatever baseball movie, Dalton. You don't remember Darren Dalton? He was a catcher for the Phillies back in the 80s, late 80s into the 90s. Not many people remember him. He was a very, very good-looking gentleman. He was married to a model, like she did like tropical something or other modeling. It was Hot Shots Part Two. Yeah, you remember. Yeah, you remember. He's dead. He's dead now, I believe. But yeah, so I should be like, you know what? I should hate the Phillies now, but I like the Phillies. Good times. Kruk era, yep. Dykstra, Charlie Hustle. Yep. He was who is he? He was the backup originally for Todd Pratt. Played for the Phillies, and I think played for the Mets after that. He had a couple 3 good years there. I think he came up in I want to say 89. Anyway, she loved him. I had a shit ton of his baseball cards. She had a signed photo from him, all kinds of crap. They're married now? Who's married? Kruk and Dykstra? I don't think they are. Darren Dalton's dead. My ex-wife, I have no idea where she is. She's somewhere in Pennsylvania 20 years ago, last time I even thought of her. She went Amish. I know it's Amish. Uh, yeah, I have no idea. I know it's like somewhere in Pennsylvania, with one of the many guys that she cheated on me with. And then she got pregnant, and then I don't think he was actually the father of the baby, of the little girl, who is now shit. Gotta be. Well, she's older than Caitlin, so she got to be 27 or 28. Famish Amish, Famish Amish. We still have the restaurants here. Famous Amos. Not bad. Not bad for breakfast. Yeah. You know what? My wife took my her aunt to the hospital, and my aunt was like, "I'm hungry. I want snacks." So she goes down and she gets those grandma's cookies they were selling, the two packs, and she got her a pack of those. And I was like, "Oh, I mean, I love those in school. I freaking love those. Best damn chocolate chip cookies before he sold it." Yeah, exactly. Famous Amos. I think there's several restaurants, Famous Amos restaurants left in Florida. I don't even know if they even have cookies. Might be a different Amos, not so famous Amos. Who knows? But man, those grandma's cookies, like my mouth watered just even thinking about them. I used to buy two or three. I think they were like 30 cents a pack or something when I was in school. I used to buy like, here's my dollar. Just give me 3 packs of those. Then I would eat those cookies. Man, I love them. I'm gonna look that shit up right now and see if they have them on Amazon. Grandma's cookies. They got a variety pack, 30 of them. Remember when they came in a cereal box size box? Yeah. Yeah, I do. They got the variety 36 count variety pack. I'm never going to lose weight. I got a pack of 12, $22. 20 the oatmeal raisins. Archway came in a cellophane wrapped cardboard tray. They even have the sandwich cream cookies from Grandma's. I forgot about those. Why are these crazy expensive? Oh, they have I was like, oh, but those are the bite-sized ones. I don't like them as much as just the regular cookies. They got the chocolate brownie cookie. Oh, those are so good. It's a 60 count. Oh no, it's not. It's just 60 cookies, but it's really a 30 count because there's two to it. But sons of bitches, they're always fucking with you. I mixed the Hydrox Vienna fingers. Those were good. Those were really good. I do remember those. So here's the one I'm thinking right here. This is a 30 count. But is that like 30, like 15? I get free delivery overnight, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. I could get up at 5 a.m., make a cup of coffee, and have grandma's. That seems wasteful. Yeah, see, it says 30 count, right? but there's 2 to a thing, so it's really 15 of them. So it's 6 chocolate chip, 6 chocolate brownie, and these are in 2. So it's 3 packs and 3 packs. A pack of oatmeal raisin, 2 packs of the peanut butter, 4 packs of the vanilla cream minis, and 2 packs of the chocolate chip minis. That is bonkers. I'm going to hold off. I'm just going to hold off. I'm going to try to go to like a store, see if who carries them, you know? Shelly will get a bit of, you know what? You are absolutely right. The problem is, I know what she's going to say. No. We're supposed to be losing weight. Do not buy those. It's literally what she's going to say. Let me look and see if they have them at Publix. If they carry them at Publix, then I'll just go there and buy a couple packs, hide them in my drawer. Grandma's cookies. That's an awful song. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. I always hated that song, even as a fucking kid. If anyone can break her will, it's you, and I'd like to think so. Let's try this one. So they have all of them. They don't tell me what the prices are, though. Why don't they tell me what the prices are? I would imagine those are probably going to be like up front at the registers, right? That's where it seems like that would be. Yeah, I'm not leaving the house. I feel like there are times I have broken her will. To the point I've made her realize, what the hell did I marry him for? I was so better off just being single by myself. Ugh. All right, we've hit an hour. Nice. All right, Frank, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I will be back tomorrow on Twitch. So hopefully I will see you then. Hopefully you're not busy interviewing people that already have the job. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Good luck with all the pepper stuff. See you tomorrow. Yeah, Amish YouTube. I love that. Maybe Tuesday I'll be on Amish YouTube.